the Turas 914 from Nomadic Watches. I've really enjoyed having it for the past few weeks, so let's talk about it. But first, I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd, so if I get anything wrong and you just want to fight, pop down into the comments and let us know. Once you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video, and why not click that join button and consider becoming a channel member? That would be amazing. This is our review of the Nomadic Turas 914 in Landfall. What does Landfall mean? It just means green. It just means green, to be honest. So why do we have a Nomadic watch? They emailed me. They were like, want to do a review? And I went, yes, please. Your watches look very, very cool. I talked to a few people that I know from Red Bar Bristol, and they went, yeah, Nomadic make cool watches. They're really solid feeling. So I went, let's do it. A little bit of background from Nomadic. They're based in Belfast. They've only been going about 4 or 5 years, and all of their watches say built in Belfast on the dial. So that's something a little bit different, not something that you see very often, because Ireland is cool. We all know this because we all like Jameson whiskey. I've never been to Belfast, but I'd like to go because obviously it's the home of the Titanic, and that is something that they talk about as a brand. Let's give a little bit of backstory. Why is it called the 914? Well, it's called the 914 as a tribute to a 1914 endurance expedition with James Caird and Ernest Shackleton and stuff. So that's cool. We like that little piece of info. The Shackleton family motto is actually on the case back, through endurance we conquer. We like it very much. And the word Turas is an Irish word meaning journey or expedition. So all of that is really building into the idea of this being an expedition watch or an adventure watch. So it's essentially an Irish Rolex Explorer, which so far is sounding really bloody cool, to be honest. It's got a screw down crown and a screw down case back and everything, giving it 100 meters water resistance, which again is more than serviceable, and again it's really, really cool. If we want to talk about specs, the sizing is 39 millimeters, and honestly I love how it wears. On my 6.5, 6 3/4 inch-ish wrist, it just wears lovely. It's super cool, and I like it a lot. It's obviously 316L stainless steel. That's standard that you'd find with the vast majority of watch brands. Sapphire, crystal, anti-reflective coating. Again, standard. There is a mixture of finishings, so the bezel is highly polished and actually looks really lovely. Bit confused about the decision to have a polished bezel in an adventure watch, but it looks lovely, so I will look past it. And there's also every single center link on the edge where you don't see it is also polished, which again is really weird but odd. There's a polished chamfer along the edge of the case. Again, looks really, really lovely, but I question that decision on a adventure watch, but I'm going to look past it because it's not over the top. It's really lovely and just gives it a really nice sort of premium look. The lug to lug is 47.5 millimeters, so it's a fairly large-ish 39mm diameter watch, but again, wears lovely. And it's got quick release spring bars on the bracelet, which again is really, really cool. One of the things I do have to slightly criticize the watch for is the movement. So if you're familiar with our Christopher Ward content, one of the movements that they use on their basic models, I say basic because they're still like entry-level luxury pricing, is the Sellita SW200. You can find that on a Christopher Ward at about £600-700 unregulated, with an accuracy of about -20 +20. This watch is also using the Sellita SW200-1, which at the price this watch is a bit of a letdown, but I'll get into the pricing in a little bit. The bracelet itself, amazing solid feeling, with a really, really nice taper from 20 to 16 millimeters, making it a really, really comfortable wear. I took it on a hike along a coastal walk in Wales just a couple days ago. It was a dream, actually, particularly as it was hot then cold, then hot then cold, which the micro adjust really came in useful for. And the micro adjust, it's not the best, it's very, very stiff, but just having it there having a toolless micro adjust, the importance can't be overstated. Loved it. So the beat rate, going back to the movement for a moment, beat rate 4 Hz, fairly standard. Obviously Swiss movement, so the built in Belfast thing. Built in Belfast, yes, still Swiss movement, standard. Power reserve 41 hours. Again, little bit of a disappointment given the price of this watch. They don't actually give any accuracy rating on the website or anything when you buy this watch, which is a little bit disappointing, but this watch is made for rugged reliability. I'd still like some sort of accuracy rating though on the website, so you have an idea of what you're getting. Even Christopher Ward puts -20, +20. They're up front. If it's not the most accurate watch, they're up front about it. Nomadic, that's something that you could do. If it's -20, +20, just say, okay? I'd rather know. Right, let's talk about this dial for a moment. The dial, I really like the layout. I'm not sure everyone will like the font that they use for the Arabic numerals at 12, 3, 6, and 9, but I really like it. It's highly legible against that dark green background. The indices are really nice. I actually really like the choice to do black and loomed hands, and the seconds hand being just a stick of yellow with a black counterbalance. I really like the dial design. I'll be honest, I think the dial design looks lovely. I think it matches the vibe of the watch. It's got really, really good loom. Honestly, I think it's well designed. I actually prefer the design of this to some other adventure watches in this sort of price and range. I think it's highly legible. I love the choice to have it painted rather than applied numerals. I just think it's simple and well done and gives like a nice contemporary rugged feeling. And I suppose in the green colour does remind me a bit of Ireland. I'll be honest. I have a lot of praise for this dial. It's lovely. Simple three-hand, no date. But it's good. It looks nice. It's just good. Do you agree, Terry?
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the green and the yellow.
The green and the just a little tiny splash of yellow. And they haven't overdone the shininess. They could have gone polished hands, but they went black. They chose to make it subdued. And yeah, really nice choice. And even the font is cool. Gives it a cool, rugged feeling. Now onto the case. I've talked about the bracelet. The bracelet is a great, really solid, rugged feeling bracelet. I mean, it does have a little bit of jangle, but honestly, I think most of the jangle comes from the clasp. It's got very little flex. It's just really solid feeling. The moment I took it out of the bag, I mean, this watch feels like a tank. It's got really, really pleasing weight. The edges of the case feel soft, almost. They feel soft, but it just feels solid, rugged, and dependable. And that matches what most of the people I've talked to about Nomadic have to say about it. They are excellently built watches. They just feel rugged and reliable, which, to be honest, is all you can really ask for an adventure watch. It means that, at least with the accuracy, I'm not as concerned about it as I otherwise would be, because if you're looking for an adventure watch, it does what it says on the tin. It's excellently built, it's highly legible, it's comfortable, and just trusty. Just trusty. Now that gets me on to my last main talking point, the price. So the price of this, green on a bracelet, is £1,050, which, with no rated accuracy, is a little bit disappointing. With a Sellita SW 200-1, is again a little bit disappointing at that price. So one may say it's overpriced, but it's a Belfast built watch, so that novelty may be worth something to you, which, to be honest, it is really cool. There's not a lot of things, particularly watches that you can buy that say built in Belfast, so that novelty is going to be worth a lot to us certain crowd of people. Plus, it is excellently built. The build quality and the solid feeling is more than I'd expect from a watch of this price. Genuinely, the weight and the build is levels above what I'd expect for a £1,000 watch. So it may let itself down in specs, but in feeling and build quality, this watch is levels. It's really levels. But does it do enough overall to differentiate itself from the crowd? It's obviously got a bit of a contemporary look. You can find contemporary looks from other watch brands. It says built in Belfast. It's got a strong tie to British and particularly Northern Irish history. And they're leaning into that heavily as a brand, particularly with the Shackleton family motto on the case back. So what really matters about this watch is how much all of that matters to you. That's what this brand is doing differently. Does it matter that much to me? No. What I'm interested in is how good the watch is. And the watch is really good. If you want a rugged, dependable, highly legible, really nice contemporary looking watch, it may just be the watch for you. But if you're looking for something that's highly accurate, if you're looking for something that's really super different, sets you apart, may not be there, but it's got a lot of pluses. And not many negatives really. It's just a bit pricey for the spec. What do you think, Terry?
I'm in two minds. Aesthetically speaking, I love it. I love the green. I love the yellow. I like the 12, 3, 6 and 9. But I don't think the price is justified yet. Yeah, because what do you say, they're 3 years old?
3-4 years old. I don't think how well known the brand is has an effect on what the price should be. I think 56-hour power supply with COSC-like accuracy, whether it's rated by COSC or not, COSC-like accuracy, this watch would be an excellent proposition. Absolutely excellent. I just think the movement needs to be a bit of an update, and they'd be there. Honestly, everything else about this watch is fairly exceptional. I love the bracelet, the taper's super comfortable, the clasp has a lovely solid feeling, the case is exceptionally well built, and the dial, I love the layout. I just think it needs a spec bump and they'd be there. Is that fair?
I guess if you're looking for a sort of budget Rolex, this could tick a few boxes.
A 39mm, 3-hander that will survive anything could be for you. And it is a bit different. It's not a Christopher Ward, it's not a Rolex, it's not a Tudor, it's not an Oris, it's not a Bremont. It's made in Belfast. And that's cool, to be sure.
Check him out, was made in Belfast.
What? Who?
George Best.
George. So what do you guys think of the Nomadic Turas 914 in Landfall green? Do you love it? Do you hate it? How would you rate it? Go down into the comments, let us know. Whilst you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video. And why not consider clicking that join button and becoming a channel member? And speaking of channel members, all of the gorgeous channel members so far on the screen now, they are my absolute favourite people in the whole world. They are exceptional. And my second favourite people in the world are all of you watching this video. So thank you very much and watch yourselves.